Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I Sujan Reddy, studying Information Science of Engineering in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. In last video, we have seen HTML forms and HTML tables. Today we're gonna see what is HTML forms, and now let us see what are the contents of the today's video. The contents of the today's videos are like this: introduction to forms, form structures, form control elements, form attributes, form accessibility, and micro formats. And let us see what is form. When you open a browser or when you use some application, the what you are seeing to your naked eyes, those and all the forms, and they have been filled some contents. Okay, let us see. An HTML form is used to collect a user input. As I said, what and all the browser or any application you use, those and all the user inputs. To accept that user input, the forms are being created. The user input is the most often sent to a server for processing. To create a form in HTML, you need to use a form tag. The basic syntax of creating a form tag is as follows: syntax and a form tag. From elements to go here, there we are giving the address somewhere, and there the form tag closes. Form provide an alternative way to interact with the web server. Form provides such a richer mechanism. Using form, the user can either text, choose items from list, and click buttons. Typically, forms running on the server will take the input from the HTML forms and do something with the subsequent HTML based on the time input. Okay, there were controls for entering text, controls for choosing list, buttons, checkbox, and radio buttons. HTML forms added a number of new control as well as more customization operation. Okay, as there, what and all the user thinks that let us take a better example of an Amazon. What and all things you give, and what and all the things you will give, and you will type there. Those and all will happen by using the HTML forms. Okay, and there is a snapshot and a simple code for the creating HTML form. The form is constructed in HTML in the same manner as the tables or list. Okay, using HTML elements form. Figure illustrate a typical HTML form. The form is defined by a form element which is container for other element that represent the various input elements within the form, as well as a plain text and almost any other HTML element. Okay, and now form control elements. This is used to create a single line text input field where user can type in their input. Okay, input, and that is a use of an input tag. And text area tag uses as a this is used to create a multi-line text input where users can type a long texts. Okay, as we seen before, there will be some controls and rules for texting also, and by specifying this text area tag, we can type a longer text. Okay, and select when some checkbox or drop down button is there, we need to use this selector. This is used to create a drop down list of options from which users can select one or more options. This is used inside the select element to create each individual option. It can be selected. This is used to okay okay option I have told you. Okay, let us wait and see button. This is used to create a clickable button that can trigger a specific action when clicked. Okay, you all know about what is button. And label. This is used to create a label for any input field which provides a description on what the input field is used. Okay, when you go somewhere and there will be like okay, this is the something like your advantages, disadvantages, or a brief explanation. Those and all the contents like it is called as a label tags. Okay, this is used to group related form elements together and create a visual boundary around them. Okay, field set and legend. This is used to inside a field set element to provide a little or a description for the group of the relate form elements. Okay, and this is action attributes. When the action attributes define the action to be performed when the form is submitted. Usually the form data is sent to a file on the server when the user clicks on the submit button. Okay, and here is the simple code for the simple HTML code for the form attributes, and there is a sample output also. Okay, and we can see that the target attribute specify where to display the response that is received after submitting the form. Okay, we can easily understand by seeing that table, what is blank, self, parent, top, and file name. Usually you can read the description. Okay. And the method attribute the method attribute specifies the http method to used when submitting from form data. The form data can be set a url variable with the method get and http post transaction with the method post. Okay. The default http method when submitting from the data is get. Okay. Not on get appends the from append form from data to the url in the name value pairs. Never use get to send sensitive data the submitted. The length of the url is limited and you can see how many characters. Okay. Useful for form submission where a user wants to bookmark the reset. And okay. And form accessibility. The form accessibility html forms are also potentially problematic for any accessibility standpoint. If we remember the advice from the WAI about providing keyboard alternatives and text alternatives, our form should be much less as a problem. This user is a failed set and legend. We use the accessibility, form accessibility. Okay. And last is a micro format. The micro format sites have type a content used page in which address and other information are displayed. Similarly, many sites uh, contain a calendar of upcoming events or information about the product. So this is about the brief information about the HTML forms. Okay. Thank you.